Unraveling the bond between dogs and humans. Researchers have discovered that dogs share a profound emotional connection with their owners, mirroring the affection we feel for them. This special bond showcases how these loyal companions aren't just pets, they become integral family members. Studies indicate that when dogs gaze into our eyes, they release the hormone oxytocin, the same one that helps strengthen human relationships, creating a feeling of love and trust. In return, owners often feel happier and less stressed with their furry friends around. Activities like playing fetch or simply snuggling on the couch foster this connection further. It's incredible to think that this mutual affection has evolved over thousands of years. So the next time your dog looks at you with those big, soulful eyes, remember that it's more than just a look. It's a loving bond that's been nurtured through time. Isn't that amazing? Guess what really drives movie access in Compton? The movie Straight Outta Compton faced an unexpected challenge. It couldn't be screened in its own hometown due to the lack of local theaters. This disconnected the film from its audience, which is ironic because it's all about the rise of hip-hop legends, NWA. The absence of theaters in Compton meant that residents had to travel elsewhere to see their own story on the big screen. This situation reflects a larger issue of accessibility in urban areas, where entertainment options can be limited. While film festivals and community screenings have tried to bridge this gap, many people still feel left out of the cultural narratives that define their lives. The disconnect between a film celebrating local history and the inability of local audiences to access it raises important questions about representation and community engagement in the film industry. How can we make sure every story reaches its rightful audience? What if I told you Santa Lucia is one of a kind? It's true. Santa Lucia is the only country in the world named after a woman. This beautiful island nation in the Caribbean honors Santa Lucia de Siracusa, a Christian martyr who lived in the 4th century. According to history, she was celebrated for her bravery and devotion, making her an enduring symbol of hope and resilience. Visitors flock to Santa Lucia not only for its stunning beaches and lush rainforests, but also to immerse themselves in its unique culture, which reflects a blend of African, European, and indigenous influences. From lively festivals celebrating the local heritage to the delicious Creole cuisine, Santa Lucia offers a rich experience that's hard to match anywhere else. So the next time you hear about this charming island, remember it carries the name of a remarkable woman. How many countries can boast such a special story? Can you imagine that birds sleep while flying? It sounds unbelievable, but certain birds like frigate birds and swifts have developed the remarkable ability to rest in midair. Researchers equipped these avian marvels with tiny EEG sensors to monitor their brain activity, revealing a fascinating phenomenon known as unihemispheric slow-wave sleep. This means that while one half of their brain sleeps, the other half remains fully alert, allowing them to navigate, avoid obstacles, and maintain balance all while soaring through the skies. This unique adaptation is essential for birds that face the challenge of crossing vast oceans for days or even weeks without resting on solid ground. For example, these species often cannot land safely on water or may find themselves without food sources during long journeys. Their ability to sleep during flight is a brilliant evolutionary response to the challenges of migration. Uniquely, frigate birds and swifts are the only known vertebrates capable of such a seamless combination of motion and sleep, showcasing yet again how nature innovates to ensure survival, even in the air. Did you know 5 is one of a kind? It's true. The number 5 stands out in the world of mathematics, as it is the only prime number that ends with the digit 5. But what exactly is a prime number? In simple terms, a prime number is a whole number greater than 1 that can only be divided evenly by itself and 1. So while other numbers like 2, 3, and 7 can be grouped into the exclusive club of prime numbers, 5 has a special edge. If you consider the numbers 1 to 10, you'll find that 2, 3, 5, and 7 are prime, but 5 is the only one ending in a 5. Why does this matter? This uniqueness brings interesting conversations about numerology or mathematical patterns. The number 5 shows us how math can be surprising and full of quirks. Maybe next time you look at the numbers around you, you'll see them in a different light. Have you ever thought about how such simple numbers can hold such cool secrets? Can you imagine Earth as a tiny baseball? If we could somehow compress all the atoms that make up our planet, it would surprisingly shrink down to the size of a baseball. This fascinating fact reveals the incredible amount of empty space that exists within matter. Atoms, the building blocks of everything, from the air we breathe to the solid ground beneath our feet, are mostly space themselves. Each atom contains a nucleus surrounded by electrons, with the majority of their volume taken up by the area where these tiny particles dance around. This means that in our everyday experiences, we're surrounded by a whole lot of nothing, even if we can't see it. It's a mind-boggling idea to think that the Earth, with its towering mountains and vast oceans, could fit into something as small as a baseball. What other surprising secrets does the universe hold about the nature of matter? Why is Venus hotter than Mercury despite its distance? The truth might surprise you. Venus, the second planet from the Sun, is actually the hottest planet in our solar system, even though Mercury is much closer to the Sun. This surprising climate difference comes from Venus's thick atmosphere, which is made up of carbon dioxide and thick clouds of sulfuric acid. This creates a powerful greenhouse effect, trapping heat and causing surface temperatures to soar to around 900 degrees Fahrenheit, about 475 degrees Celsius. Imagine standing in front of a super hot oven. That's what it feels like on Venus. Meanwhile, Mercury, despite basking in the sun's direct rays, has a much thinner atmosphere that can't hold on to the heat. As a result, Mercury experiences drastic temperature changes, swinging from extremely hot during the day to frigidly cold at night. So even though Venus is farther away from the Sun, its special atmospheric conditions make it a sizzling inferno, showing us just how dynamic our solar system can be. What's the secret to Augustus Caesar's incredible wealth? Augustus Caesar stands out in history as perhaps the wealthiest individual ever, with estimates placing his fortune at a staggering $4.6 trillion when adjusted for today's economy. So how did he accumulate such immense riches? As the first Roman emperor, Caesar's wealth came largely from two primary sources: taxation and military conquest. His rule marked a significant turning point in Rome, ushering in a golden age characterized by economic prosperity and expansion. By implementing effective tax systems and conquering vast territories, he not only filled the Roman coffers, but also strengthened his power. This allowed him to fund grand infrastructure projects, support the arts, and create a robust economy that thrived on trade across the Mediterranean. Augustus's ability to blend political savvy with military strength transformed Rome into a leading empire, and his treasure trove remains unmatched to this day. What can we learn from his legacy of wealth and power? Discover the surprising truth about wooden cars in Wallafern. During World War II, when metal was in short supply, some manufacturers turned to wood to keep car production alive. These wooden cars, built with frames made of sturdy timber, were surprisingly durable and helped meet the urgent need for transportation. However, driving these lightweight vehicles came with a downside. They were fire hazards. Imagine cruising down the road in a car that could potentially turn into a pile of ash if it caught fire. The use of wood, while resourceful, made drivers worry about what might happen in an accident or even from a simple spark. Despite their innovative design, these wooden cars served as a reminder of the wartime shortages and the lengths people had to go to keep moving. It's fascinating how necessity shapes such unusual solutions during tough times, don't you think? Surprisingly, it's a fact that snakes can't blink. This unique feature makes them quite different from many animals. Unlike us, snakes lack eyelids, which means they can't close their eyes or blink at all. Instead of eyelids, they have a special transparent scale called a spectacle that covers and protects their eyes. This scale is not just for protection, it also helps keep their eyes moist. When a snake is ready to shed its skin, it will also shed these spectacles, making way for a fresh set of protective scales. This process is fascinating because it allows snakes to keep their vision clear and unblocked. So the next time you see a snake, remember how their eyes are always open and ready for action, even when they're asleep. Isn't it amazing how these creatures adapt to their environment? Can you imagine that jellyfish can cheat death? The immortal jellyfish, known as Turritopsis dohrnii, captivates both scientists and curious minds alike with its astonishing ability to reverse aging. Once it matures, this tiny creature possesses an incredible skill. It can revert its cells to a juvenile state and essentially restart its life. This remarkable transition, known as transdifferentiation, allows its specialized cells to reconfigure themselves into stem-like cells before differentiating again into specific cell types. This unique cycling back and forth between youth and adulthood is a biological wonder, one that could have significant implications for regenerative medicine and understanding human aging. But don't be fooled. The immortal jellyfish can still fall prey to predators or die from injury, ending its cycle. Its regenerative capabilities highlight nature's brilliance and the potential for cellular flexibility. As scientists explore the secrets behind this jellyfish's lifelike tricks, we come closer to understanding the possibilities of longevity and regeneration in our own lives. What other mysteries does nature hold for us? Let's uncover the truth about avoirdupois weight. Avoirdupois is a fascinating term that comes from an old French system of measuring weight. This system sets the standard for a pound to equal 16 ounces, something we commonly use every day without even thinking about it. The word avoirdupois itself is derived from French, meaning goods of weight. This measurement has roots that trace back to medieval times when merchants needed a standard way to measure and trade goods accurately. Before the adoption of the avoirdupois system, various regions used different weights, creating confusion and inconsistency. The simplicity of knowing that 16 ounces equal 1 pound has helped to streamline commerce. Today, we see avoirdupois in grocery stores, for example, when buying food items. Understanding this system helps us measure and compare weights in cooking, shipping, and more, making it a vital part of our daily lives. Isn't it intriguing to think about how something as simple as a measurement has influenced economies and diets for centuries? Is it really true that YouTube's first video was filmed here? The San Diego Safari Park is not just a zoo. It's an incredible experience that transports you to the heart of African habitats. Visitors can roam around and get up close with fascinating animals like antelopes, majestic giraffes, playful zebras, and powerful lions. This immersive setting enhances wildlife observation, making it feel like you're on an African safari without leaving California. As you marvel at these amazing creatures, remember that this park also holds a unique spot in internet history. The first ever video uploaded to YouTube is titled Me at the Zoo, and it was filmed right here at the park. It showcases a brief moment with elephants, contributing to the video sharing platform's significant impact on how we share and consume content today. Visiting the park offers a blend of adventure and a peek into digital history. How cool is that? Turns out the truth is that fire never quits. This is especially true for the Darvaza gas crater, also known as the Gateway to Hell, which has been ablaze in the Karakum Desert since 1971. It all began when Soviet scientists accidentally ignited a natural gas field, aiming to avoid a dangerous release of methane gas into the atmosphere. Instead of extinguishing the fire, they decided to let it burn out, thinking it would take a few weeks. Here we are, and over 50 years later, and the crater is still glowing brightly. The sight is both mesmerizing and eerie, attracting adventurous tourists and photographers from around the world. The intense flames and roaring sound create an unforgettable experience, leading many to call it one of the most fascinating natural wonders. So what do you think? Would you dare to visit this fiery spectacle? Hard to believe, but Charlie Cox missed Han Solo. The talented actor Charlie Cox, known for his role as Daredevil, surprisingly failed an audition for the iconic character Han Solo in the Star Wars franchise. While preparing for Daredevil, Cox developed the habit of avoiding eye contact to portray his blind superhero authentically. However, this technique backfired during the Han Solo audition, where confidence and connection are key. Imagine stepping into the shoes of a legendary space smuggler, only to be held back by a skill that served you well in another role. This incident highlights how actors can sometimes get trapped in their characters, affecting their chances in other auditions. Thankfully, Cox's career took off in other directions, and he ultimately became beloved for his portrayal of the complex, blind hero. Still, it makes you wonder how different things could have been if he had landed that role. Discover Greece's hidden treasure of 6,000 islands. Did you know that Greece has approximately 6,000 islands scattered across the Aegean and Ionian Seas? This incredible number makes its archipelago one of the largest in the entire world. Among these islands, only around 227 are inhabited, each boasting its unique charm and character. Some islands, like Santorini and Mykonos, are famous for their stunning views, vibrant nightlife, and rich history. Others, like Naxos and Paros, are known for their lovely beaches and traditional villages. The beauty of these islands isn't just in their landscapes, it's also about the cultural experiences they offer. Island hopping in Greece lets you explore ancient ruins, enjoy delicious Mediterranean cuisine, and soak up the sun on beautiful shores. With so much to discover, which islands would you want to visit first? Have you ever wondered why texting feels easier? Studies show that around 95% of people express their thoughts and feelings more openly through text messages than in person. This surprising fact highlights how communication in our digital age often allows for greater honesty. For many, typing out a message can feel less intimidating than speaking face-to-face. This is particularly noticeable in therapeutic settings, where some patients find it much easier to share their emotions and personal challenges with psychologists via text. The distance created by a screen seems to lower anxiety and allow for more candid conversations. Whether it's a matter of needing time to think or simply feeling safe behind a screen, texting gives individuals a voice they might struggle to find in direct conversations. So next time you share your feelings through a text, remember you're not alone. Many others prefer this form of honest communication too. Can you imagine a fish that reaches 36 feet? The oarfish, known for its striking elongated body, is a stunning denizen of the deep sea. This fascinating creature can grow as long as 36 feet, making it one of the longest bony fish in the ocean. Although it spends most of its life in the dark, mysterious depths, its graceful swimming style often catches the eye of those lucky enough to encounter it. With a shimmering, silvery hue and a serpentine shape, the oarfish looks like something straight out of a fantasy tale. However, its elusive nature means few people have ever seen one in the wild. Found in deep water habitats, these fish prefer to stay away from the human world, which adds to their allure. Despite their size, they are quite timid and feed mostly on small fish and squid. The oarfish's rarity makes it a subject of intrigue for scientists and ocean enthusiasts alike, sparking curiosity about what else might be lurking in the depths of our oceans. What secrets do the deep sea still hold? Can you hear your muscles moving? Not a chance. Humans cannot detect sounds below 20 hertz, which means we miss out on the low-frequency sounds of our own bodies. While we often focus on what we can hear, like music or voices, there's an entire world of sound beneath our threshold of perception. For example, the sound of your muscles contracting or your heart thumping creates vibrations that are simply inaudible to our ears. Interestingly, many animals have a broader range of hearing than humans and can pick up these low frequencies. This ability helps them in various ways, such as communication or detecting predators. In contrast, our limited range means we must rely on other senses to understand our bodies and surroundings. Imagine if we could hear every subtle movement. It would provide us with a whole new awareness of our physical being. The next time you exercise or even just stretch, remember that your body is making sounds that you can't hear, but might make you more aware of its incredible functions. Did you know Queen Elizabeth II was worth $425 million? This staggering figure includes her luxurious properties, such as the stunning Sandringham House, valued at an incredible $65 million, and the iconic Balmoral Castle, which is worth an astonishing $140 million. These royal residences aren't just beautiful homes. They hold deep historical significance and have been in the family for generations. Sandringham House, located in Norfolk, has been the Queen's private retreat, where she enjoyed Christmas gatherings with her family. On the other hand, Balmoral Castle in Scotland is known for its breathtaking grounds and was a favorite summer getaway for the royal family. This wealth goes beyond property, as the Queen also had investments in various farms. Her net worth reflects not just her luxurious lifestyle, but also the rich heritage and responsibilities of the British monarchy. Time to think about what it means for royal legacy? Why exactly does folding cranes grant wishes? According to Japanese legend, if you fold 1,000 origami cranes, you will be granted a wish from the gods. This beautiful tradition stems from the belief that cranes are sacred creatures that symbolize peace, happiness, and longevity. One of the most famous stories surrounding this practice is that of Sadako Sasaki, a young girl who developed leukemia after the Hiroshima bombing. Determined to recover, she began folding cranes in hopes of a miraculous cure. Although she didn't live to complete her task, her story inspired many to take up the challenge of folding 1,000 cranes for hope, peace, and healing. This act of creating cranes is not just a test of patience, but also a heartfelt symbol of resilience and perseverance. So the next time you see an origami crane, remember it represents a wish or a dream waiting to be fulfilled. Why did Charles Lindbergh become Time's first Man of the Year? In 1927, Charles Lindbergh soared to fame as the first person to be honored as Time magazine's Man of the Year, thanks to his incredible achievement in aviation. After completing the first solo nonstop flight across the Atlantic Ocean in his custom-built aircraft, the Spirit of St. Louis, Lindbergh captured the world's imagination. The journey from New York to Paris took over 33 hours, during which he overcame various challenges, including fatigue and weather conditions. His success made him a global hero, inspiring many to take to the skies. Following this milestone, Time magazine decided to continue honoring influential figures annually, highlighting their impacts on society. Lindbergh's groundbreaking flight didn't just change his life, it also changed how we celebrate extraordinary accomplishments in our world. Can you believe a mini bag sold for $60,000? In a remarkable blend of art and absurdity, the creative team at MSCHF has designed an incredibly tiny handbag that challenges our perceptions of fashion and value. This bag is so small that you need a microscope to truly appreciate its details. This unique piece was auctioned at the Corpus Christi Museum in Holland, and it fetched an astonishing price of over $60,000, leaving many wondering why such an item would be worth so much. The mini bag highlights a fascinating trend in contemporary art. The value of objects often lies in their idea rather than their usability. Despite its impractical size, this bag sparked lively discussions about consumerism, luxury, and the role of art in society. It's a quirky example of how something intentionally absurd can reach astronomical heights at auction, prompting us to rethink what we consider valuable. So, is it true that a tiny purse can carry such a hefty price tag? Absolutely. Hard to believe, but mummies were once medicine. During the Renaissance, a peculiar trend took hold in Europe, where people believed that powdered mummies could cure a range of health problems. This practice emerged from a fascination with ancient Egyptian culture, leading to the misguided use of actual mummies in medicine. Physicians would grind up these mummies to create a powder, often marketing it as a remedy for everything from bruises to more serious conditions. Unfortunately, instead of healing, consuming mummy powder might have caused more harm, as it often contained harmful substances. This bizarre practice reflects a time when scientific understanding was still developing, highlighting the lengths people would go to find cures when medical knowledge was limited. Imagine the shock of modern doctors learning about this strange chapter in medical history. Why exactly does Vulcan Point boggle the mind? Located in the Philippines, Vulcan Point is truly a geographical marvel. It's an island nestled within Taal Lake, which itself is situated on the larger volcanic island of Luzon. This means that, remarkably, you have a lake inside an island that contains another island that sits within a lake. Vulcan Point is part of the Taal volcano system, one of the most active volcanoes in the Philippines. When you stand on Vulcan Point, you're literally surrounded by water and land in a way that feels a bit surreal. This unique structure leads to stunning views and intriguing geological formations, attracting tourists and scientists alike. People come to explore its mesmerizing landscapes and learn more about the volcano's activity. So next time you think about islands, remember that Vulcan Point is not just any island. It's a fascinating feat of nature's engineering. How cool is that? Did you know owls have super hearing skills? This amazing ability comes from their unique ear structure, which is asymmetrical. Unlike most birds, owls have one ear positioned higher than the other, allowing them to pinpoint sounds with incredible accuracy. When an owl hears a noise, the sound reaches one ear slightly before the other. This tiny time difference helps the owl determine whether its prey is above, below, or directly in front of it. Imagine hunting in total darkness. This adaptation is crucial for their survival, as many owls hunt at night or during twilight hours. Their excellent hearing not only helps them catch mice and insects, but also makes them top predators in their ecosystem. So next time you hear an owl's hoot, remember there's more than just a wise bird behind that sound. There's a master hunter equipped with extraordinary hearing skills. What if I told you rhythm has no traditional vowels? This fascinating word is the longest in the English language that skips the usual suspects, A, E, I, O, and U. Instead, it cleverly uses the letter Y to create its sound. This unique feature highlights just how flexible and quirky English can be. While many words rely on A, E, I, O, and U to form their syllables, rhythm shows that language can still thrive with fewer letters. In fact, it comes from an ancient Greek term meaning measured motion, which adds layers to its meaning beyond just the spelling. Rhythms are everywhere, from music to poetry to even the beat of our heart. Exploring the quirks of language like this reminds us of the playful nature inherent in words. Next time you hear a catchy song or feel a pulse in your favorite tune, think of rhythm and appreciate its special status in our language. Believe it or not, nets improve basketball gameplay. The nets hanging from basketball hoops do much more than just look good. They serve a really important purpose. When a player makes a perfect shot and the ball swishes through the net, it creates a satisfying sound that tells everyone the ball has truly gone in. This sound adds excitement to the game, making it feel more dynamic for both players and fans. Additionally, the net helps to slow down the ball just a bit, preventing it from bouncing off the rim and potentially causing chaos on the court. This small detail can enhance the overall experience, making every successful shot that much more thrilling. Imagine watching your favorite player sink a three-pointer, followed by that delightful swish. It's a moment that brings a crowd to its feet. So next time you hear that satisfying sound, remember the magic of the basketball net. Hard to believe, but lipstick once contained insects. Long ago, beauty enthusiasts created vibrant red lipstick using crushed cochineal insects, giving it a stunning hue. This tiny bug, native to Central and South America, was prized for its ability to produce a rich red dye used not just in lip makeup but in fabrics and foods too. Even today, some cosmetics companies still embrace these natural pigments, using cochineal extracts for their beautiful colors. While many people opt for synthetic dyes nowadays, there's a growing trend toward natural ingredients in beauty products. This revival has sparked interest in how our ancestors approached cosmetics, relying on the Earth's resources rather than chemicals. Who knew that your favorite beauty product might have such a fascinating history and connection to nature? So next time you apply your lipstick, consider the extraordinary journey it took to make that perfect shade. Discover the surprising types of human twins. Did you know that there are actually 7 recognized types of twins? While most people are familiar with identical and fraternal twins, the world of twinning is much more fascinating. Take mirror image twins, for example. These unique siblings have reversed physical features, like one twin having a birthmark on the left side, while the other has it on the right. Then there are chimeric twins, who form when 2 embryos fuse early in development, resulting in one individual with 2 sets of DNA. Some rare scenarios even produce twins with different fathers, known as superfecundation, or different conception times, which is called heteropaternal superfecundation. The variety among twins showcases the complex and often astonishing biological processes behind multiple births, highlighting just how diverse human genetics can be. Aren't these connections incredible? Is it really true that Australia has deadly snakes? Australia is famous for its diverse wildlife, including some of the world's most venomous snakes like the inland taipan, known as the most toxic snake on Earth. Surprisingly, even with such a dangerous reputation, snakebite fatalities in Australia are very low, averaging about 1 death per year. This remarkable statistic can be credited to a combination of excellent medical care and effective public education. When people encounter a snake, they are often taught to remain calm and seek help quickly. Hospitals are well equipped to treat snake bites with antivenom, and swift access to healthcare makes a big difference. On top of that, educational programs inform both locals and tourists about snake safety, helping people recognize snakes and avoid dangerous encounters. So while these snakes may be terrifying, Australia's response system makes life safer for everyone. What if I told you lobsters can regenerate their cells? This fascinating ability comes from a unique enzyme that lobsters produce, which plays a key role in their cellular repair process. While lobsters don't live forever, this incredible talent allows some of them to live to be over 100 years old. Instead of deteriorating like most creatures as they age, lobsters can continuously regenerate their tissues, keeping them healthy and functional for much longer periods. Their remarkable longevity is linked to the way they grow, shedding their hard exoskeletons during molting. With each new shell they grow, they can replace lost or damaged cells, making them resilient to certain ailments. This fascinating regeneration raises questions about how it could inspire medical research for humans, especially in areas like healing wounds or repairing damaged tissues. Isn't it amazing how such creatures can teach us about longevity and resilience? Have you seen the glowing waters of Holbox Island? This enchanting spot in Mexico features stunning bioluminescent waters that light up with vibrant blue or green colors on moonless nights. It's a natural spectacle caused by tiny organisms called dinoflagellates, which emit light when disturbed. Imagine walking along the shore and witnessing the surf sparkle with every wave, or seeing the water shimmer as you swim through it. This phenomenon is not just beautiful, it plays a role in the ecosystem, helping attract and ward off sea creatures. Holbox Island becomes a dreamy paradise, perfect for nighttime adventures. Many visitors travel from far and wide to experience this unique spectacle of nature firsthand. Whether you're kayaking through the glowing water or simply enjoying the view from the beach, the magical atmosphere leaves a lasting impression. Who wouldn't want to witness such a breathtaking sight? Did you know that Pluto takes almost 250 years to orbit the Sun? This distant dwarf planet, once considered the 9th planet in our solar system, moves slowly in its elliptical path. While Earth spins around the Sun in just 1 year, Pluto's journey is a staggering 248 years long. This incredible distance from the Sun means that Pluto experiences extreme seasons that last for decades. One summer could last 20 years. With an average distance of about 3.7 billion miles from our star, Pluto is far colder and darker than our home planet. Its surface is mostly frozen nitrogen, and scientists believe it has a thick, hazy atmosphere. So while we enjoy our annual trip around the Sun with warm summers and chilly winters, Pluto quietly cruises through space, taking its time to complete its long cosmic dance. Isn't it fascinating how vast and varied our solar system really is? Did you know George Lucas got trapped in Bruce's jaws? This might surprise you, but during a set visit for the iconic movie Jaws, George Lucas found himself in quite the predicament. While having fun on the set, Lucas couldn't resist checking out the massive animatronic shark, affectionately named Bruce. Just as he was exploring, director Steven Spielberg playfully closed Bruce's jaws, inadvertently locking Lucas inside. While it started as a lighthearted joke, the moment turned troublesome as Lucas realized he was stuck, much to the laughter and disbelief of the crew. It took a bit of time and teamwork to free him from the jaws of the shark. Despite this unexpected adventure, Lucas took it in stride, demonstrating that even the greatest filmmakers can encounter surprising moments on set. How often do you hear wild stories like this from behind the scenes? Get ready to meet Abby the famous dog. At 16 years old, Abby has officially stepped out of the spotlight and into a cozy retirement after her role in the blockbuster film I Am Legend. Many fans remember her as a courageous companion to Will Smith's character in the post-apocalyptic movie. While her exciting days on set may be over, Abby now enjoys a peaceful life filled with love, playtime, and all the treats she can handle. Retired dogs often find new joy in everyday activities that might seem ordinary, but for them, it's all about comfort and companionship. Abby's story is a heartwarming reminder of the bond between pets and their humans, and how they can thrive even after leaving a busy career behind. Dogs like Abby not only entertain us, but also teach us about loyalty, resilience, and the simple joys in life. So whether they're on the big screen or lounging at home, our furry friends always hold a special place in our hearts. What do you think about Abby's transition from Hollywood star to beloved pet? Hard to believe, but Uluru is taller than the Eiffel Tower. Standing proudly at 348 meters, 142 feet, this stunning sandstone monolith is not just a remarkable geological formation, it holds immense cultural and spiritual importance for the indigenous people of Australia. Known as Ayers Rock to many, Uluru is one of the most recognizable landmarks in the country. While there are larger monoliths around the world, none can rival the depth of connection that Uluru has with the Anangu people, who consider it a sacred site. Visitors flock from all over the globe to witness its breathtaking sunrises and sunsets, which cast a mesmerizing palette of colors upon its rocky surface. Hiking around Uluru's base offers a glimpse into its rich heritage, showcasing ancient rock art and stories that date back thousands of years. How does nature blend with culture in such a captivating way? Discover how Shakespeare changed our language forever. William Shakespeare is an iconic figure in literature, and his legacy goes far beyond just his famous plays and sonnets. In fact, he is credited with coining over 7,900 words that are still in use today. Shakespeare didn't just invent new words from scratch. He transformed existing nouns into verbs, played around with prefixes and suffixes, and even combined different words into something entirely fresh. For example, he took ordinary terms and gave them new meanings, helping to shape the English language in ways we still appreciate. Words like eyeball and fashionable are just a couple of the many expressions that owe their existence to his inventive spirit. So next time you use a word that feels uniquely English, remember that it may have first stepped into our language thanks to the creativity of the bard himself. Here's a wild fact about the Bolshevik Revolution. During the tumultuous years from 1917 to 1920, Russia experienced drastic changes that shocked its citizens. The new Bolshevik government invalidated the old currency, making countless people's cash savings completely worthless overnight. Imagine working hard for years only to find that your money doesn't buy you anything anymore. By 1922, the situation took an even more drastic turn as the government nationalized all land, meaning that private ownership vanished. Ordinary citizens lost not only their savings, but also any claim to the land they relied on. This upheaval left people feeling powerless, stripping away the value of their hard work and dreams for a better future. With everything they had worked for suddenly gone, how did people cope with such overwhelming loss? The fallout from these actions reshaped Russian society and influenced global political landscapes for decades. Have you seen the richest YouTube channels map? This fascinating new map reveals how much the most popular creators are earning around the world. It highlights the huge earnings of YouTube stars in different countries, giving us a clear view of the platform's global reach. For example, creators in the United States like Mr. Beast and PewDiePie are at the top, raking in millions of dollars annually. But it's not just the US. Channels from India, like T-Series, also show staggering figures. This map paints a vivid picture of the diversity of content that captivates audiences and how it all adds up in terms of revenue. It also raises intriguing questions about how different cultures engage with YouTube. Some creators focus on gaming, while others create tutorials, music, or comedy. The earnings shown are not just numbers. They reflect the passion, creativity, and hard work that so many people put into their channels. So, who would you want to follow for their content and maybe their income? What happens when a hamster drives a truck? In a fascinating experiment, Volvo decided to let a hamster take the wheel of a moving truck. This unique test showcased how even the most unexpected and quirky ideas can lead to remarkable discoveries. The company wanted to demonstrate the reliability and safety of their vehicles, so they set up this entertaining scenario where a small hamster navigated a custom-built course while the truck was in motion. The goal? To highlight the impressive technology in their vehicles that allows for smooth driving, even under unconventional circumstances. As the hamster steered, it showcased the precision of Volvo's engineering, showing that their trucks can handle various situations with ease. The whimsical concept reminds us that creativity is essential in science and technology, and sometimes the oddest experiments can inspire new ideas. The outcome was not only a cute video, but also a message about innovation and the unexpected paths that can lead to great advancements. Who knew a hamster could teach us so much? Did you know that Garden of the Gods mesmerizes visitors? This stunning natural park in Colorado, USA, is famous for its breathtaking red sandstone rock formations that leave everyone in awe. With towering structures like the iconic Tower of Babel and Camel's Rock, this park showcases nature's artistry at its finest. Picture vibrant red rocks rising dramatically against a clear blue sky. It's a sight you won't want to miss. Whether you're hiking, rock climbing, or simply taking a leisurely stroll, every corner of the park offers a unique perspective on these geological wonders. The area also holds rich cultural history, having been sacred to Native American tribes for centuries. Open year-round, Garden of the Gods is not only a paradise for adventure seekers, but also a tranquil spot for anyone looking to connect with nature. So are you ready to explore this natural masterpiece? You won't believe this about kiwis in New Zealand. These fascinating birds, unlike any other, have evolved to be flightless and are often mistaken for mammals because of their unique features. Kiwis are covered in soft fur-like feathers, giving them a distinctive appearance that sets them apart from typical birds. These nocturnal creatures are more active during the night, scurrying around the forest floor in search of insects and worms. With a long, slender beak, they probe the ground to find food, showcasing their impressive foraging skills. Kiwis play an important role in New Zealand's ecosystem, helping to aerate the soil as they dig. Unfortunately, their populations are declining due to habitat loss and introduced predators. Conservation efforts are underway to protect these iconic birds, making them a symbol of New Zealand's rich wildlife. Have you ever seen a kiwi in the wild? Did you know champagne corks are surprisingly dangerous? Statistics reveal that you are more likely to be injured or even killed by a champagne cork than by a spider. This might sound shocking, but every year around 24 people are treated for serious injuries linked to champagne corks in the United States alone. It turns out that when a cork is popped, it can travel at speeds up to 50 miles per hour. That's faster than a cheetah. This sheer speed can lead to eye injuries, facial fractures, and more. While spiders typically cause fear, their bites are usually harmless. So the next time you celebrate with a bottle of bubbly, remember to point the cork away from yourself and others. Safety first, even during the happiest moments. Isn't it wild how our biggest fears might not be the real threats? Is it really true that Canada has all those lakes? Absolutely. Canada boasts more lakes than all the lakes in the rest of the world combined, totaling around 2 million lakes. These bodies of water cover about 9% of the country's vast landscape, making Canada a true paradise for nature lovers. Imagine shimmering blue waters, teeming with fish, and surrounded by breathtaking forests. Some of these lakes, like Great Bear Lake and Lake Superior, are enormous and hold a significant amount of fresh water. They play a crucial role in supporting ecosystems and providing habitats for countless species of wildlife. Additionally, these lakes offer a playground for activities like fishing, kayaking, and hiking, attracting visitors from all over. So next time you think of stunning natural beauty, remember that Canada's lakes are not just a wonder. They're an essential part of our planet's health and biodiversity. Have you ever wondered about India's 6 unique seasons? While many countries stick to the traditional 4 seasons, India recognizes an additional 2. Besides the usual summer, fall, winter, and spring, the country experiences a pre-monsoon season from March to May and a post-monsoon season from October to December. Each of these 6 seasons comes with its own climate changes and cultural significance. The pre-monsoon period is marked by rising temperatures and occasional thunderstorms, preparing the land for the much-awaited rains. Once the monsoons hit, the post-monsoon season sweeps in, bringing cool breezes and lush green landscapes. This seasonal variety impacts agriculture, festivals, and daily life in fascinating ways, making India's climate diverse and dynamic. So next time you think of seasons, remember that India offers a rich tapestry that goes beyond the standard four. How do these differences shape the culture and lives of its people? Why are coral atolls nature's resilient wonders? These stunning formations, which encircle shallow lagoons, showcase the incredible strength of marine ecosystems. At first glance, coral atolls seem delicate, made up of tiny coral polyps that build intricate structures over thousands of years. Surprisingly, these islands can withstand extreme weather conditions, from powerful storms to rising sea levels. The underlying secret of their resilience lies in their unique formation process. Corals grow and thrive in symbiotic relationships with algae, which provide them with energy through photosynthesis. This collaboration not only fuels coral growth, but also helps the entire ecosystem flourish, supporting a rich variety of marine life. As the atoll slowly forms, it provides a habitat for countless species, making them vital for biodiversity. Despite facing threats from climate change and human activity, coral atolls continue to inspire us with their durability and beauty. They remind us that even the most fragile structures can stand strong against adversity. How can we protect these extraordinary ecosystems for future generations? What if I told you Dakota has no voter registration? In a surprising twist, Dakota is the only state in the United States where citizens can step into the voting booth without registering beforehand. This unique setup makes it incredibly easy for residents to cast their votes, encouraging more people to participate in the democratic process. Imagine being able to head to the polls on Election Day, showing your ID, and voting right then and there. This simple system not only facilitates greater access to voting, but also aims to reduce barriers that might discourage participation, such as complicated registration processes. It opens the door for individuals who may have missed deadlines or those who have moved recently. By eliminating registration requirements, Dakota showcases a refreshing take on voter accessibility. Do you think more states should adopt this approach to empower their citizens to engage in elections? Did you know Egypt invented makeup for beauty? The ancient Egyptians were pioneers in many aspects of culture, and you might be surprised to learn they were among the first to use makeup. Dating back to 4000 BCE, they utilized a variety of materials to enhance their appearance and protect their skin from the harsh sun. Both men and women adorned themselves with eye makeup made from kohl, a mix of galena and malachite, which not only made their eyes stand out, but also served as a protective agent against eye infections. They often painted their eyelids green, showcasing their status and health. Lip color was created using crushed berries or ochre, while they also experimented with creams and powders. Makeup was more than just a beauty enhancer. It played a significant role in their spiritual beliefs. Many believed that by wearing makeup, they were honoring the gods and gaining their favor. This rich history reveals how makeup has long been intertwined with culture, beauty, and even religion in human society. Why do celebrities look so perfect on screen? It's often thanks to a team of professionals behind the scenes. Celebrities rely on skilled stylists, makeup artists, and sometimes even digital editing to achieve those seemingly flawless looks at events. While they sparkle and shine under the bright lights and flashbulbs, the truth is quite relatable. When they're off camera, many of these stars deal with the same everyday challenges that everyone faces, like bad hair days, skin blemishes, and wardrobe malfunctions. This behind-the-scenes magic helps create the polished images we see in magazines and on social media, but it also reminds us that celebrities are just human. So next time you admire a celebrity's perfect appearance, remember that there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. It's not all glitz and glamour. It's teamwork and occasionally the wonders of technology. Hard to believe, but salt was once like gold. In ancient Rome, salt was incredibly valuable, earning the nickname white gold. Its importance went beyond seasoning food. It was a crucial preservative that allowed people to store meats and other perishables for long periods. This was especially vital in a world without refrigeration. Because of its high demand, salt control often led to trade routes and wealth for those who harvested and distributed it. Interestingly, the Latin word for salt, sal, is the root of the word salary. Roman soldiers were sometimes paid in salt, reflecting its high worth. So next time you sprinkle salt on your meal, remember that you're using a substance that not only enhances flavor, but also shaped economies and lives in ancient times. How fascinating is that connection between our daily lives and history? Hard to believe, but Red Bull's logo isn't what you think. The iconic Red Bull logo features a striking image of two charging bulls, but those bulls aren't just regular cattle. They represent a unique species known as the gaur. Gaur, native to Southeast Asia, are the world's largest species of wild cattle and can weigh up to 2,200 pounds. Unlike typical domestic cattle, gaurs have a distinctive muscular build, a curved, thick horn, and a deep brown to black coat. The choice of the gaur symbolizes strength and power, mirroring Red Bull's energetic branding and adventurous image. By using this impressive animal, Red Bull aims to connect with consumers who seek excitement and a boost in their daily lives. So the next time you grab a can of Red Bull, remember that you're looking at a logo that celebrates a fascinating creature rather than just any ordinary bull. How cool is that? Believe it or not, Norse mythology has a gossiping squirrel. This intriguing character is named Ratatoskr, and he has a rather unusual job. Ratatoskr scurries up and down Yggdrasil, the immense world tree, delivering biting insults between a giant eagle residing at the top and a fearsome dragon at the bottom. This unique role highlights the chaos that gossip can create, as Ratatoskr ensures that neither the eagle nor the dragon maintains a calm and friendly relationship. Imagine a tiny squirrel busying itself with such weighty matters, creating tension between these powerful beings. Yggdrasil itself connects different realms in Norse cosmology, emphasizing the interconnectedness of life, while Ratatoskr becomes a symbol of how rumor and insult can lead to discord. His antics remind us of how easily misunderstandings can arise from careless words. So the next time you hear a juicy rumor, remember Ratatoskr's role in stirring things up. Sometimes gossip can keep even the mightiest creatures on edge. Guess what really drives Neum's futuristic ambitions? Neum's The Line and IDA, an eye-catching megacity under construction in Saudi Arabia, aim to redefine urban living. This massive project plans to accommodate around 600,000 residents while offering a plethora of attractions, like a thrilling Formula One track where racing enthusiasts can feel the adrenaline rush, and a fantastic water park for families looking to cool off. What sets The Line apart is its unique design, stretching for 170 kilometers, that promotes sustainability and makes sure residents can access essential services within a 5-minute walk. The vision is not just about living spaces, it's about creating a vibrant community filled with futuristic technology and amenities. From cutting-edge transportation systems to lush green areas, Neum has the potential to change how we think about cities and urban life. Isn't it exciting to imagine what life could look like in such a place? Surprisingly, it's a fact that scorpions can hold their breath. These fascinating creatures are not just creepy, crawly critters hiding in the dark. They're also incredibly resilient survivors. Scorpions can endure grim conditions, thriving in deserts and other harsh habitats. One of their most impressive adaptations is the ability to hold their breath underwater for up to 6 days. This remarkable skill helps them weather flash floods, allowing them to escape danger and survive in changing environments. When faced with heavy rains, scorpions can simply bury themselves in the mud or find refuge among rocks, staying safe while waiting for the waters to recede. Their tough exoskeletons also help them retain moisture, making them experts at living in dry climates. So the next time you think of scorpions, remember, they're not just survivors, they're champions of endurance and adaptation in the wild. Guess what really drives mushroom danger? The death cap mushroom, scientifically known as Amanita phalloides, holds the infamous title of the most poisonous mushroom in the world. Just a mere half of its cap contains enough toxins to potentially be lethal to an adult. This terrifying mushroom is responsible for a staggering 90% of all mushroom-related deaths, which is a stark reminder of nature's hidden dangers. Found mostly in forests of Europe, North America, in parts of Asia, the death cap often grows in close association with certain types of trees like oaks and pines. Despite its lethal attributes, it can resemble some edible mushroom species, making it a serious threat for foragers who may mistake it for a safe option in their hunt for wild mushrooms. The toxins, known as amatoxins, work by attacking the liver and kidneys, often leading to delayed symptoms that can surface days after consumption. Understanding the risks of the death cap is crucial for anyone interested in mushroom foraging. Are you prepared to spot the dangers lurking in the woods? Have you ever seen a penguin glide effortlessly? While these adorable birds can't soar through the sky like other birds, they are fantastic swimmers. Penguins have evolved to thrive in the water, using their wings as flippers. When they swim, they glide smoothly underwater, reaching impressive speeds of up to 15 miles per hour. The streamlined shape of their bodies, along with their strong muscles, allows them to navigate easily through the ocean, chasing after fish and other food. Penguins also possess a special layer of feathers that keeps them warm in icy waters, making them well-suited to their chilly habitats. Unlike many birds, their wings are not designed for flight, but are perfectly adapted for swimming and diving. In fact, the way penguins move through the water can be mesmerizing to watch, resembling the graceful motions of ballet. So next time you see a penguin, remember that while they may not fly in the air, they are champions of the underwater world. Is it really true that corn smut is a delicacy? Corn smut, also known as huitlacoche, is a unique fungus that grows on corn and is celebrated in various regions of Mexico for its rich, earthy flavor. This unusual culinary treat may sound surprising to those unfamiliar, but it has been enjoyed by many for generations. The fungus appears as grayish galls on the corn kernels, and when harvested at just the right stage, it transforms into a gourmet ingredient. Chefs often use it in tacos, soups, and quesadillas, earning it a spot in traditional Mexican cuisine. However, it's crucial to identify the correct type of corn smut, as not all fungal varieties are safe to consume. Picking it at the right time also matters, as mature galls can spoil the dish. So if you ever find yourself in Mexico, don't hesitate to try this unique delicacy. Would you dare to taste it? What if I told you generous bonuses can inspire loyalty? In 2012, young Yuan Queng, the CEO of Lenovo, decided to reward his hardworking employees with an incredible $3 million bonus. This remarkable gesture reached about 10,000 employees, demonstrating a commitment to their welfare and motivation. It didn't stop there. Yuan Queng repeated the act in 2013, proving that rewarding team effort can create a positive workplace culture. Bonus distributions like this are more than just a nice surprise. They show employees their contributions are valued and can lead to increased productivity and job satisfaction. When workers feel appreciated, they tend to stay longer and work harder, positively impacting the whole company. Lenovo, a leader in the tech industry, clearly understands that investing in people is as crucial as investing in technology. What could other companies learn from this example? Can you imagine speaking a language from a fantasy world? In the Game of Thrones series, language played a pivotal role in bringing its rich, fictional universe to life. Linguist David J. Peterson was tasked with creating several languages, including Dothraki and High Valyrian, adding depth to the characters and their cultures. One standout performer was Jacob Anderson, who portrayed Grey Worm. His exceptional talent shone through as he mastered these intricate languages, delivering lines with the fluidity and confidence of a native speaker. This dedication not only enhanced the authenticity of the series, but also captivated millions of fans. Anderson's ability to so seamlessly integrate these fictional tongues into his performances highlighted the importance of language in storytelling. It makes you wonder how languages can shape our understanding of cultures, even in worlds that aren't real.